All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I am Is There No One Else? And the video I'm bringing you today, we are going to do a gear set review of the new Stone Husk set. Now, this is a new monster set that is available in the Stonethorn PTS. Wanted to go through it, wanted to talk about it, want to talk about what it does. This is just kind of the build I've been throwing together, testing all these different sets. Don't really look. I mean, I from an old test using Widowmaker, but I just threw on Stone Husk. Here's what it is: weapon crit. And then 2-piece, your heavy attacks tether you to enemies within 10 meters for 5 seconds. The enemies touching the tether take 23-25 physical damage every 1 second, and you gain a stack of Husk Drain up to 15 stacks. The tether is broken if the enemies moves 12 meters away from you. This effect can occur once every 10 seconds. So when you do a heavy attack, you have a guaranteed proc chance. It'll last for 5 out of 10 seconds, and then you gain weapon damage. So you can get up to 15 stacks of this, which means that 15 stacks times 30 weapon damage. You get 450 unbuffed weapon damage with this set, which is pretty powerful. On top of the proc, 23-25, if I remember correctly, is close to what Venomous Smite is. So we all know how powerful Venomous Smite is. Let me look just to make sure. Okay, so it is less damage than Venomous Smite, 27-34 versus 23-25. So it is a little bit less. However, the set can be buffed by Malacath, which I'll show you. So when you provide a heavy attack, it will tether you to the enemy. And you see we get this dot. You see it's 1851 damage. When the dot goes away, we gain weapon damage. So I am going to put on Malacath really quickly, just so you guys can see it. But just to show that it is, in fact, buffed by... the set does get buffed by it. So it was 1850, now we're at 2093. So... yes, this does get buffed by Malacath. If we look at our character sheet, if I buff with Rally real quick, you see we're at 3793 weapon damage. Don't worry about the build. You know, it's not really a build. But we provide a heavy attack here to proc this set. When this expires, we will get weapon damage, so we'll see how much our weapon damage goes up here. So we go up to 4042. So 3793 to 4042. To almost 300 weapon damage. We don't get the full stacks because, we're not hitting, we're not getting 15 stacks off of one person. So that's one interesting thing. Now we should get all of it. So you see, it hits everybody within this area, and then this should give us our 15 stacks. You see, we go from 3793 to 4414. So it's an interesting set. Everybody has to get hit by the tether in order for you to get all 15 stacks. You see, I got 4 there. I don't know. Obviously, it's good damage. 23-25 buff by Malacath is good damage. Every text tether you to enemies within 10 meters for 5 seconds. See, I'm hitting this guy in the middle, and I'm not getting the proc here. Oh, it has to be within 10 meters of me, I guess. Interesting. Yeah, so as long as they're on top of me, I will get this proc, and I will get a good amount of weapon damage, and it's just a lot of pressure. What the heck? I don't know. I don't know. It's good damage. Up to 450 weapon damage, obviously. But I don't know how realistically you're going to be able to get this proc. I'm on top of these guys, and I'm only getting procs on 2 different people. So now it's 1. I don't know. It's you almost have to be how much closer can you get? Is what I'm trying to say. So you're getting, what is it? Every 1 second. So one person is 5 stacks. So you need to hit 3 people in order to get the full 15 stacks, which is 450 weapon damage. And you see how close I am. Maybe I'm doing this wrong, but I'm in this little crevice here, and I'm only procking it on 2 people. So if I can't guarantee a proc this close to get the full 450, I don't know what to say. People are going to back away. People are going to break the tether. You're going to see this tether on you, and it's going to start doing damage. And it's cool that the person you heavy attack, you have this much of distance, but everybody else that you tether, you had to be on top of them. See, as soon as I back away, I only get it on the one person. So realistically, in most fights, this will only be one stack. You know, a stack of 5. So it's 150 weapon damage. So is this set worth it? I'll have to see how the damage actually functions, you know, in an actual live PvP scenario. You know, I have to check to see how the damage functions within a normal rotation. On paper, the weapon damage doesn't really seem like it's worth it. You know, getting these stacks of weapon damage, although it can be up to 450, realistically, I don't think that's really happening. I mean, with how I play in a 1vx situation in a tower where everybody's kind of on top of me in different spots, yes, but I don't know. I mean, it's a very specific build. It's a very specific play style, and I think it's still going to be outclassed by a bunch of different sets. You know, like the minute you start line of sighting, yes, you're going to get these one stacks, but like I said, it's only 150 weapon damage, and it does scale, but that's basically a one piece. So I don't know. I wouldn't say it's bad. I wouldn't say it's bad. Like I keep talking about it because I'm trying to talk myself into or out of it. I don't want to make a definitive statement. The 15 stacks is unrealistic, I think. You know, from these minimal tests, I don't think you're ever really going to see the 15 stacks, the 450 weapon damage a whole lot. You have to decide basically if you run a heavy attack build with enough heavy attacks to really consistently apply this damage. I mean, it's 23-25. You know, like it is a lot of weapon damage or a lot of damage on one person. It is a pretty big range. So as far as like a proc damage set goes, it's easy to proc. You know, the tethers on them, they have to break this kind of distance. You can kind of stay on top of people pretty easily that way. You're going to guarantee the 5 stacks. Once the 10 seconds are done, you can do another heavy attack and you can stack it on top of them. So, yeah, I mean, there's that. But yeah, the 15 stacks doesn't seem really to be worth it. So I'm just going to leave that here. I wanted to get your guys' thoughts. You guys let me know what you think if you've tested this as well. But yeah, overall, you're more functioning off of the proc set itself. The proc set is good damage. Like I said, it can be buffed by Malacath. Even before Malacath, it's, you know, less damage than Venomous Smite. With Malacath, it's more. We all know how powerful Venomous Smite is. So pretty long downtime though, 5 out of 10 seconds. You know, it's not going to have as much uptime as Venomous Smite. It's not going to have as much uptime as Sheer Venom. But I still think as far as the proc damage goes, it's very good. The weapon damage, I guess that's my opinion. So I'm going to leave that here. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.